right, dudes, okay. If you've been following my channel, you know that I've been working on this game for a long time. So a couple of years ago, I decided I am not going to do any more contract work for the Riots or the Blizzards or the Capcoms. I am finally going to buckle down, finally, after all these years, and make the Twilight Monk Metroidvania. I've got a team now of 5 people. I've recruited the best in the business. I'm working with Windy Beard. If you guys are familiar with Windy Beard, his last game was Spirit Hunters. I'm also working with Nate Buckley, who was the programmer on Spirit Hunters as well. I'm working with Tobor, also known as the guy who created Savage. And for those of you who are familiar with that game, you already know what to expect. We were already making something similar. On the team, I'm also working with Bin of Trash. That's her handle. That's what she goes by on Twitter and here on YouTube. So we work together in conjunction. I'll do keyframes. She fills in a lot of the animations. I'm also working with Nick Brown, who worked on a game called Hitboxer on Steam. So yeah, just an all-star cast, a crew of incredibly talented indie developers. I've handpicked everybody on the team. We originally built Twilight Monk in Game Maker Studio, and this was just a 2D program, but as soon as we locked in a publishing deal with Gravity Games Arise, we decided to switch it up to Unreal Engine, and that was an incredible decision. So a lot more of my artwork is just coming to life in this 2.5D kind of a setting. We're getting real-time lighting in there. We're getting lots of cool particle effects, and we're getting a lot more dynamic parallaxing going on. It was all faked in Game Maker Studio. In Unreal Engine, it flies, it screams. And yes, this game is coming out on Switch and Steam, so it'll be available for PC players and Switch players as well. We have a lot of source material to build from because I had written 2 novels with Chris Krubeck a few years back. That's The Secrets of Kung Fulio and Return of the Ancients. This story for Twilight Monk picks up right where those novels left off. You can get them on Audible if you just like listening to audiobooks, or if you like the artwork and you want to see, like, I did over 75 sketches for each of these books over on my Amazon page. If you go and check it out on Amazon, you can get physical copies of those 2 books, as well as the prequel books, The Beast of Tuxa and Escape from Giant's Crown, which take place years ago. And yes, we will be revisiting some of these locations. This is the culmination, baby. This is when all of the old stories come together to form the new story. And this is where it all kicks off, where Raziel Tenza has inherited the ancient power of the Monks of Twilight. If you've picked up the art book, you already know some of the locations and the world and a little bit of the backstory of Twilight Monk as well. If you just like my artwork and you want to see some of my more highly detailed paintings, those will also be working their way into this game as well. We've got mini games and an entire world to explore. This isn't just a Metroidvania in one dungeon. No way. This spans the entire world of Spyria, and it is the next chapter that's going to bring Twilight Monk into the forefront, into the world's view. And there's going to be a lot of supplementary materials if you want to dig into the characters more and read those books. Those are available already. And this is sort of the culmination of 20 years of working in video games, all coming together right now to finally build this team and build this game. And it's been absolutely a phenomenal journey. I really hope you'll come along for the ride. This is the indie dream as far as I'm concerned. So if you're like kind of tired of corporate AAA games, or you're feeling like all that stuff is sort of burning you out, games that inspired this are your classic Super Nintendo games that I grew up on, the stuff that really brings me that feeling of joy and adventure and exploration, from RPGs like Symphony of the Night all the way up through those Game Boy Advance RPG Metroidvanias from Castlevania, as well as the classic Super Metroid. And we've got a lot of influence from Zelda 2 on the NES, which was one of the first games that I ever owned. And so like, this is just the culmination of everything that I've ever loved in games coming together in one package. And it's very classically built. I'm sketching a lot of stuff out on paper. I'm writing a lot of these things in notes when I'm sitting in the sauna or at the gym. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm working 12-hour days, 6 days a week. If I'm lucky, I get a day off, and I'm loving every minute of it. But, you know, thank you for your patience. I know I haven't been posting here on my channel as much, but I do appreciate you stopping by and checking out the video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And do please remember to subscribe, and feel free to ask me any questions about this in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, ciao.